Crikey, this thing is hotter than two rats in a woolen sock. Welcome to our review of the specialised Stumpjumper Comp Carbon 27.5, where looks are only just the beginning. You will not go wrong with a Stumpjumper. This name has been around for 30 years and this model has been one of continual refinement. The Stumpjumper we have here uses 150 mils of travel, 27.5-inch wheels, Fox suspension, Rovile wheels and a SRAM Eagle drivetrain. We'd like to talk about a few key areas, namely the suspension, the wheel size, the frame details and the weight handles on the trail. Right, the suspension. Well, it's very easy to set up. The rear suspension feels really smooth and active, giving a bike seemingly endless traction. But where some longer travel bikes wallow in the travel and make it hard to get out of it, the Stumpy supportive suspension lets you push into the bike and pump the terrain into the face of jump really well. The Fox 34 up the front is not as impressive as the rear end, but felt a lot better with tokens added to reduce the size of the air spring for more progression. Fewer bikes are available with two wheel size options these days, but Specialized offer both in the Stumpjumper. You know, we'd normally have picked a 29er in this category, but the small wheels brought out a different style of riding for us. It's that old story of the little wheels being more playful, but hey, it's true. We took this bike to Derby and rolled straight into the new jump trail. It felt natural just to let it flow, and we were clearing jumps in our first run, breaking all of our rules of jumping gaps blind on a work day. The big wheels might be faster for rougher trails, but on the more machine-built trails, with berms and jumps and tighter technical sections, these 27.5-inch wheels with big tyres is just bloody good fun. The frame details. Well, Specialized do this really well. The finishing touches like the SWAT storage system, the chainstay protector, cable routing, and obviously this wild paint job, it really helps justify the high price. It's not the most sprightly bike we've ridden, and we'd probably not pick this bike for super long rides. The suspension might be buttery smooth, but it's just not super efficient, and heavy wheels will tire your legs on those big days. It prefers gravity on its side with playful and technical trails to make the most of it. Alright, let's talk about the value. Well, for the money changing hands here, a few lighter components wouldn't have gone astray, but value is relative and it is a Specialized, and this bike performs really well enough for us to almost overlook the cost. After a few months on this Stumpy, it has rekindled our love of 27.5-inch wheels again. The feeling of riding a smaller bike below you promotes a more light-hearted style of riding, and the suspension lets you ride like a lunatic and get away with it. It's easy to see why the Stumpjumper is so popular. It's just a bloody good bike, rides fantastically, and it looks $1 million.